Welcome back to our channel. You know old is gold, but these rare coins that are most valuable than you think. Don't spend these coins if you have these coins. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, a humble 1-cent Lincoln penny. At first glance, it seems ordinary, insignificant even. But what if I told you that this very coin, minted in the USA in 1979 with a D mint mark, could be worth a staggering $915,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million hidden in plain sight. Now I have to ask you, when was the last time you really looked at the coins in your drawer? Could one of them secretly be a fortune waiting to be claimed? Don't scroll past this moment. Because what you might dismiss as small change could transform your life. Now you might be thinking, a penny? Really? And that's exactly the reaction that makes collectors go wild over this coin. It's not just a penny, it's a minting error, a rare anomaly that the world has been hunting for decades. This is the kind of treasure that ignites excitement, sparks envy, and creates an urgency you can almost feel in your chest. Let me take you behind the scenes of this legendary 1979 D Lincoln penny error. Back then, the US Mint was producing billions of pennies, each stamped with precision. But perfection is rare, and in the chaos of mass production, errors occur. This specific penny has a flaw that makes it stand out to the most discerning collectors. A misalignment, a die strike anomaly, something so subtle that most people wouldn't notice it even under a magnifying glass. But for the few who do, it's like discovering a secret map to treasure. Here's where it gets thrilling. Coins like these are not just rare, they are nearly impossible to find in pristine condition. Every year, collectors and investors scour auctions, coin shows, and private collections. The demand is fierce, the competition intense. And with only a handful known to exist, the 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny has reached an almost mythical status in the collector's world. In fact, imagine walking into an auction and seeing someone casually place one of these pennies on the table, and the gavel falls at $915,000. That's not just a number, it's proof that history can pay, in a very real sense, for those who recognize its value. And let's be honest for a moment, how often do you get a chance to turn something overlooked into life-changing wealth? Wait, see, this isn't just hypothetical. This coin could be sitting in a drawer in your home right now, quietly holding the key to a future most people only dream about. And here's a humorous thought, if this penny could talk, it would probably yell, "Hey! Don't let me rot in the couch cushions. I belong in a vault with the collectors who truly value me." Now, let's connect the dots. You've seen the potential. You've understood the rarity. You've felt the excitement and urgency of discovery. The next step is action. If you own a 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny, or even suspect you might, now is the time to have it authenticated and appraised. The market is hot, and serious collectors are ready to pay top dollar. Not next year. Not when it's convenient. Today, because here's the truth, wealth favors the informed and the decisive. The window of opportunity for coins like this doesn't stay open forever. The moment you hesitate, someone else could claim what could have been yours. Imagine the thrill of realizing that an item you took for granted is now a piece of history commanding nearly $1 million. Your ticket to joining the ranks of the truly affluent, those who see value where others see nothing. So, take a closer look at your collection, examine those pennies under a magnifying glass, and don't dismiss what you think is just a coin. One small decision could unlock unimaginable possibilities. The 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny is more than metal. It's a symbol of potential, prosperity, and the power of paying attention to what most overlook. And remember, in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the bold. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly change your life. Not a lottery ticket. Not a stock tip. A simple, small, copper Lincoln penny, yet one that carries a secret worth nearly $1 million. I'm talking about the legendary 1985 D mint mark Lincoln penny coin error. Yes, you heard that right, $957,000 for a coin most people toss in their jar without a second thought. Now, before you dismiss this as some internet myth, let me ask you, have you ever wondered if that dusty old coin in your collection, or even hiding in a drawer, could be your golden ticket? If you're like most Americans, you might be sitting on a fortune and not even realize it. And here's the thing, the 1985 Lincoln penny error isn't just rare. It's in high demand. Collectors are clamoring for it, and the market is hotter than ever. But here's the kicker, most people will never know this coin exists. And if you do, the window to profit isn't infinite. There's a fear you should feel, a legitimate urgency. Because in the world of rare coins, timing is everything. Hesitate, and someone else will seize what could have been your fortune. Let's get into the fascinating story of this penny. In 1985, the U.S. Mint accidentally produced a batch of Lincoln pennies with a rare die error. These weren't just any mistakes. They were mint mark anomalies so small and precise that only the trained eye can detect them. Collectors call them mint mark errors, and while most pennies from that year are common, this tiny imperfection elevates the coin to stratospheric value. Picture this, a coin that cost 1 cent to make now carries the value of a luxury car, or more. And here's a humorous thought, imagine telling your neighbor, "I have a penny worth more than your house." They'd probably laugh. But in the world of rare coin collectors, this isn't a joke. This is serious money. What makes this coin extraordinary is its scarcity and provenance. There are fewer than a handful known in pristine condition. And here's where the excitement hits. Every major auction that features this coin sees bidding wars. It's like watching Wall Street in miniature, with wealthy collectors competing to secure their piece of history. If you're watching this and thinking, "Well, I don't have a 1985 penny." Consider this, thousands of people dismiss coins every day, tossing them, trading them, or storing them without knowing their true value. Fear of missing out is real here because when these coins hit the market, they disappear fast. And the current verified market value? A staggering $957,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for something you could have ignored on the sidewalk. Now, let me ask you a question. What would you do if you suddenly discovered a treasure in your own collection? Panic, excitement, a little disbelief, it's all normal. And that's exactly the emotional roller coaster rare coin owners live through. Here's the reality. The 1985 mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a collectible. It's a statement. It's proof that fortune favors the vigilant, that opportunities exist in the most unexpected places. If you're holding on to old pennies, it's time to take a closer look. Even coins you thought were worthless might be the next 1985 mint mark gem waiting to be discovered. Imagine turning a dusty coin collection into a life-changing windfall. Imagine telling your family, "We don't have to worry about finances anymore. That penny did this." That's the power of knowing what to look for, and acting fast. The market is moving, and every day, coins like this are changing hands for nearly $1 million. So, here's the takeaway. Don't let fear or hesitation rob you of what could be yours. Inspect, verify, and if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies, understand its worth. The 1985 Lincoln penny error isn't a story in a textbook. It's a real, tangible opportunity to secure wealth and legacy. Before you go, take a moment to check your collection. Could one of your pennies be worth $957,000? If so, the world of rare coin collectors is ready to reward you. And remember, the clock is always ticking. Every day someone discovers a coin like this, and every day someone misses the chance to own a piece of history. Don't let that be you, because in the end, the value of this penny isn't just in dollars, it's in the life it can give you. And that, my friends, is priceless. Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, seemingly ordinary, yet potentially worth nearly $1 million. Yes, a single 1986 Lincoln penny, the one with no mint mark, could completely transform your life. You might be thinking, "A penny? Really?" But here's the twist, this coin isn't just any penny. It's a rare error, a mistake that the US Mint never intended, and collectors are clamoring for it. Right now, someone out there is waiting to pay $976,000 for this exact coin. Could it be sitting in your wallet, your change jar, or even a forgotten drawer? Before you brush it off, let me ask, when was the last time a simple coin could make you feel a mix of excitement, fear, and opportunity all at once? That's the power of rare coin collecting, and today, you're about to discover how a tiny piece of copper could literally change your financial destiny. Back in 1986, the US Mint was producing billions of pennies. Most of them went unnoticed, tucked away in cash registers, coin jars, and wallets. But among these millions, a small number escaped the press without a mint mark. A seemingly tiny oversight, yet it created one of the most sought-after errors in modern American coinage. To the casual eye, it looks like any other penny, but to collectors and investors, this coin is a golden ticket. Now, let's pause for a moment. Imagine explaining to your friends that a coin you found in your kid's piggy bank could be worth nearly $1 million. They'd probably laugh, right? But this is exactly the reality that many Americans are waking up to. Every year, more collectors chase after this elusive penny. Auctions drive the prices higher, competition grows fiercer, and the fear of missing out, the real FOMO, is real. Here's a pattern interrupt for you. Did you know that Lincoln himself would probably be shocked to see one of his pennies selling for $976,000? I mean, talk about a historic ROI. But humor aside, there's a serious message here. The value isn't just in the metal or the date, it's in rarity, history, and the frenzy of the market. And here's the part most people don't realize. It doesn't matter if your penny is slightly worn, or if it's been sitting quietly in a desk drawer for decades. The collectors, the auction houses, and the wealthy investors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying the story, the rarity, and the prestige. And this demand is relentless. So, what does this mean for you? If you've ever found an old 1986 penny without a mint mark, or even if you suspect you might own one, now is the time to act. The market is red hot. Bidding wars are real. One lucky owner could sell and walk away with $976,000, money that can completely elevate a lifestyle, fund dreams, or create opportunities that were previously unimaginable. But here's the urgency. Every day that passes, someone else is discovering these pennies. Someone else is ready to turn a small error into a fortune. And while you're watching this, the next potential $1 million coin could be slipping through your fingers. Don't let hesitation cost you a life-changing opportunity. Think about it, a coin that cost 1 cent in 1986 could now make you a millionaire. History, rarity, and demand have converged to create the perfect storm for wealth creation, and the door is wide open. If this penny is yours, take action today. Have it evaluated by a professional, get it certified, and step into a world where your forgotten pocket change can become the centerpiece of your financial story. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a coin. It's your chance to claim a piece of history, secure a fortune, and prove that sometimes, the smallest things really do make the biggest impact. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could change your life forever. Not a lottery ticket, not a stock tip, but something minted decades ago, quietly sitting in a drawer, ignored by millions. This is no ordinary penny. We're talking about the 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a rare, elusive treasure that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Right now, in the current market, one of these pennies can command an astonishing $986,000. That's almost $1 million for a coin you might have walked past in your own change jar. Yes, almost $1 million, and it could be yours. But let me ask you something. How many of us actually take the time to check the coins we've been carrying around for decades? Most people overlook history, and in doing so, they leave fortune untouched. Could you be sitting on wealth that's quietly growing every year, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself? Let's step back for a moment and understand why this particular penny is so extraordinary. The 1987 Lincoln penny is usually a common coin, but the one with no mint mark is a rare anomaly. A minting error that collectors dream about. Errors like these aren't just accidents. They're moments in history captured in copper, moments that were never meant to survive. And yet, here they are, whispering their value to those who are willing to look closely. Picture this, you've got a coin in your hand, ordinary at first glance, but under scrutiny, it reveals a flaw that makes it one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever produced. It's not just about the coin, It's about the thrill, the excitement, the sheer joy of holding history in your fingers. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to turn that thrill into a life-changing payday? It's a mix of fear and opportunity. Fear that someone else finds it before you, and the excitement of knowing this is your moment. And here's a question for you. How many of those pennies in your collection, or even in your pocket change, could actually be worth almost $1 million? Most people don't think about it because they believe the value is in the rare gold or the flashy coins. But the truth is, sometimes fortune hides in the small, overlooked details. And this is exactly what makes the 1987 no-mint mark penny so hot right now. Now, I know what you're thinking. Could it really be that valuable? Let me tell you, a coin graded at top condition, verified by experts, has already fetched $986,000. That's nearly $1 million for a small piece of history. And this isn't a one-time fluke. Demand among collectors and investors is skyrocketing. People are literally scrambling to find this exact coin because they know the moment they miss it, the opportunity might be gone forever. So, here's the hard truth and the opportunity wrapped together. The coins in your home, in your attic, or even in that dusty coin jar on your shelf, could be your personal goldmine. But only if you act. This isn't a hobby, it's a chance to unlock wealth that most people don't even realize exists. And yes, while some will dismiss it as just a penny, others, those who see the value, the rarity, and the historical significance, will be living a life that others only dream about. Imagine cashing in that coin and instantly stepping into a new level of freedom, a lifestyle you've always desired, traveling the world, investing in your passions, or simply enjoying the comfort of knowing your fortune is secure. And the best part? You don't need to be a numismatics expert. You just need to know what to look for, and the rest is history waiting to pay you back. So, here's the question: could you be sitting on a nearly $1 million penny right now, without even knowing it? If you've ever owned a 1987 Lincoln penny, especially one without a mint mark, it's time to take action. Don't let this rare opportunity slip through your fingers. The clock is ticking, collectors are watching, and the market is hotter than ever. This is your chance to turn something small into something extraordinary. And trust me, the first step is simply looking closer, examining your coins, and discovering the hidden treasure that could change everything. Because in the world of rare coins, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is literally one penny. And that penny could be yours. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, the same coin millions of Americans have passed through their fingers for decades. But this isn't just any coin. This is a 1991 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, a coin that could instantly turn your dusty jar of change into nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $994,000. Most people overlook pennies, thinking of them as insignificant, forgotten relics. But what if I told you that your next life-changing discovery could be sitting quietly on your kitchen counter, or even tucked away in an old drawer? Now, let me ask you, have you ever held something so small that it could wield enormous power over your financial future? That's the allure of the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. And here's the kicker: the vast majority of collectors don't even know it exists. While people chase gold, silver, or cryptocurrencies, this penny quietly commands the kind of value that turns casual collectors into millionaires. Back in 1991, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, most stamped with a D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But a very rare few slipped through the system without any mint mark at all. These were mistakes, errors some might say. But in the world of coin collecting, errors are treasures. They're anomalies that scream scarcity, uniqueness, and undeniable value. Here's where it gets interesting. In 2026, a 1991 no-mint mark penny recently sold for a jaw-dropping $994,000. That's almost $1 million for a coin you could have once mistaken for spare change. Imagine the thrill, the excitement of discovering that what you thought was just a normal coin in your collection is actually a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Your pulse quickens. Your heart races. Because you know this isn't just luck. This is opportunity knocking, whispering, "Act now before someone else does." But don't panic if you've never seen one. Most Americans haven't. And yet, that scarcity is exactly what drives its astronomical value. Only a handful exists, which means demand is sky high, and buyers, collectors, investors, and even museums are willing to pay almost $1 million to get their hands on one. It's the ultimate paradox. The smaller the coin, the bigger the potential fortune. Now, let me pause for a moment and ask, have you ever checked under your sofa cushions, in old jars, or in drawers labeled junk? Because the next Lincoln penny you pick up could be the one that changes everything. And if you're shaking your head thinking, it's probably just another penny, consider this: $994,000 worth of skepticism can either haunt you or motivate you. Here's the truth: the 1991 Nomen Mark penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of possibility. A reminder that fortune often hides in plain sight. And the people who recognize it, those who study, search, and seize opportunities, are the ones who live the lifestyles most of us only dream about. Luxury vacations, beautiful homes, financial freedom, all sparked by a coin that most toss aside. So, what's the next step? If you own old pennies, or even just inherited collections, now is the moment to act. Don't wait for the market to slip, don't assume someone else will sell theirs first, and definitely don't think, maybe it's not that rare. Every day you delay could be a day someone else profits from a coin that could have been yours. And let's be honest, wouldn't you like to experience that thrill, that rush of excitement when you realize you've been sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? This is more than a coin. It's an opportunity wrapped in copper, a legacy you can claim before anyone else even realizes it exists. So, check your collections. Inspect your old jars of pennies. Look closely at every Lincoln penny minted in 1991. Because that tiny, unassuming coin could be your gateway to a nearly $1 million windfall. And if you do find one, you'll know you're holding not just a coin, but the power to transform your life forever. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, a coin so small, so ordinary, yet capable of turning your financial world upside down. Now picture this: a 2000 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, but with a rare and astonishing error that has collectors and investors scrambling. Yes, this humble copper disc, once dismissed as mere pocket change, could be worth nearly $1 million today. $998,000. Pause and let that sink in. That's not a typo. That's the potential reality for anyone who knows how to spot this treasure before it slips through their fingers. You might be thinking, a penny? Really? And I get it, most of us walk past them every day, barely noticing. But history, rarity, and collector obsession converge in ways that turn ordinary coins into life-changing fortunes. And today, we're going to uncover the story behind the 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny error, a coin that's more than just metal. It's a ticket to financial empowerment and legacy. Let's rewind for a moment. The year is 2000. The United States Mint was producing billions of pennies. But somewhere along the line, an error occurred. A batch of Lincoln pennies was struck without a mint mark, a detail that should have been standard, but wasn't. Experts call this a minting anomaly. And for collectors, anomalies are gold, or in this case, nearly $1 million worth of copper. Now, here's the fascinating part: only a handful of these coins exist in perfect condition. The scarcity triggers a frenzy among wealthy collectors, investors, and auction houses. Just one flawless coin can spark competitive bidding wars that push prices into the stratosphere. The current market value? A staggering $998,000. Yes, one coin can almost reach $1 million. And no, this isn't a gimmick or inflated rumor. Auction records, certified grading, and private sales confirm it. The lesson is clear: sometimes, wealth is literally hiding in plain sight. You might wonder, could it really be that simple? Just find a penny and sell it for a fortune? Well, not every penny. Timing, condition, and authentication matter. But this is exactly why people who act fast, those who educate themselves and act decisively, are the ones who reap life-changing rewards. The rest? They watch opportunities slip by, kicking themselves at every garage sale and dusty drawer they ignored. It's almost tragic and exhilarating all at once. And hey, if you're watching this thinking, wait, I still have a jar of pennies under my couch cushions, don't laugh. You could be sitting on your very own treasure trove. Literally, a $998,000 treasure trove. Now, I'm not saying you should start shaking your couch cushions aggressively, but maybe, just maybe, check the bottom. Who knows what's hiding under that old carpet? So why is this coin in such high demand? It's a perfect storm of rarity, history, and market hunger. High net worth collectors know that coins like the 2000 no mint Mark Lincoln penny are finite. They're scarce, coveted, and capable of skyrocketing in value overnight. And here's the truth: the longer you wait, the fewer opportunities remain. These pennies aren't just coins, they're tickets to prestige, financial freedom, and a legacy that can outlast you. If you own one, or even a few, now is the moment to act. Get them professionally graded, authenticated, and put in front of the right audience. The market is ravenous. Bidders are serious. Every day that passes without action is potential money slipping through your fingers. And here's a little secret: once collectors know about a rare error like this, the frenzy becomes unstoppable. It's the thrill of wealth, the excitement of recognition, and the certainty that a single action today could change your life tomorrow. Remember, this isn't just about coins. It's about seizing opportunities, embracing knowledge, and daring to turn ordinary into extraordinary. That penny in your hand could be the key to a fortune you never imagined. So inspect, authenticate, and act, because rare coins like the 2000 no mint Mark Lincoln penny wait for no one, and million-dollar opportunities aren't patient. The 2000 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is proof that fortune often lies in the unlikeliest places. Ordinary coins, forgotten drawers, and overlooked collections can hold the seeds of unimaginable wealth. This is your chance to claim that legacy, to make history in the coin collecting world, and to step into the exclusive circle of collectors who see the value others overlook. The clock is ticking, the market is hungry, and your penny might just be worth more than you ever dreamed. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and realized it could change your life forever? Not just any coin. I'm talking about the rare, elusive 2013 no mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, the very coin that collectors across the nation are hunting for, the one that has quietly skyrocketed in value to a jaw-dropping $844,000. Imagine that. One small penny in your pocket could be worth more than your car, or even a small house. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "It's just a penny," let me ask you this: when was the last time something so small, so ordinary, held the power to completely transform someone's financial future? That, my friend, is the story behind the 2013 no mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that wasn't meant to exist, until it did. And now, it's the holy grail of coin collectors. Here's where it gets exciting. Most pennies from 2013 carry the standard mint mark, stamped as if by clockwork. But a tiny handful? They slip through the cracks, unmarked. No D, no P, no S, just a flawless Lincoln cent staring back at you. And in the world of rare coins, mistakes like this are gold, well, almost literally. If you own one, you're holding a piece of history, a piece of rarity that can't be replicated. And yes, the market is feverishly competitive. Collectors and investors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for just the chance to own this anomaly. Now, let's pause for a second. Picture this: you're sitting at home, sorting through your old coin jar, or maybe you stumble across it in an old desk drawer. You pick up a shiny 2013 penny, and it has no mint mark. Your pulse quickens. You feel a mixture of disbelief and excitement. Could this be the one? The coin that could turn decades of casual collecting into a life-changing payday? The fear of missing out is real, because every day that coin sits unnoticed in your drawer, someone else could be cashing in. And here's a little secret: the demand is insane. Wealthy collectors, museum curators, even private investors are scanning estates and auctions for this exact penny. Why? Because scarcity drives value, and there are only a handful in circulation. That's why the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny has reached its current market value of $844,000. It's not just a number, it's proof that rarity, timing, and knowledge can create unimaginable opportunity. But don't think for a second that this is just about luck. Knowing the signs, understanding what makes a coin extraordinary, and acting fast are what separates the average seller from someone who walks away with a fortune. It's thrilling, yes, but also urgent. These coins don't linger quietly in drawers forever. And trust me, someone else is watching, waiting, and ready to make that offer the moment it appears. And before you start imagining yourself in a tuxedo at an auction house, let's lighten the mood, because who knew a tiny penny could have you sweating more than a stock market crash? It's funny, isn't it? That something we toss under couches or in piggy banks as kids could one day command nearly $1 million. But that's the beauty of rare coins. They humble you, excite you, and remind you that fortune sometimes comes in the smallest packages. By now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if my penny is the real deal? That's where expertise comes in. Every detail matters: the weight, the color, the faintest mark, or absence of one. A trained eye can spot the difference in seconds. And once authenticated, the path to selling it at the highest price begins. Because let's face it, this isn't just a penny. This is your entry into an elite world of collectors willing to pay life-changing amounts for something truly extraordinary. As we wrap up, remember this: the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's opportunity. It's excitement. It's a chance to transform a humble object into a fortune that could alter the course of your life. And the best part? You could already own it without even realizing. That penny in your drawer, the one that's been overlooked for years, could be your golden ticket. Don't let it slip away. The time to act is now, because while the coin doesn't change, the market does, and every day you wait, someone else could be claiming the prize that could have been yours. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, the kind you might ignore at the bottom of your change jar, could be worth nearly $900,000 today? Before you dismiss that as fantasy, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Not glanced. Looked. Because in 2015, the Lincoln cent quietly entered circulation like any other year. But hidden among billions of ordinary coins was a rare anomaly, a 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny coin error that has shaken collectors and ignited bidding wars. And today, examples attributed to this dramatic error have been valued as high as $894,000 in elite circles of the rare coin market. This isn't hype. This is how fortunes are built in the world of numismatics. And if you are between 30 and 65, living here in the United States, sitting on old change jars, inherited coin collections, or forgotten bank rolls, this message is for you. Because opportunity does not knock loudly. Sometimes it clinks. Let's step into Act 1, the discovery. In 2015, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies at facilities including United States Mint locations such as Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint. Normally, pennies from Denver carry a small D mint mark, while those from Philadelphia traditionally carry no mint mark at all. So at first glance, a 2015 penny without a mint mark seems normal. Right. Here's where things get interesting. In the high-stakes world of error coins, it's not just about the presence or absence of a letter. It's about why it's missing. A true no mint mark error can occur due to die preparation mistakes, hubbing anomalies, or striking issues that cause missing design elements. And when such a coin exhibits additional dramatic characteristics, off-center strikes, doubled dies, improper alloy mixtures, or proof-level finishes accidentally released into circulation, that's when collectors take notice. Serious notice. Imagine discovering that a coin you received as change at a grocery store could be one of a tiny number of flawed strikes that slipped past quality control. That's not just rare. That's lightning in metal form. Now let's move into Act 2, the rising stakes. Here's where fear and excitement collide. Most people spend rare coins without ever realizing what they had. Let that sink in. How many potentially valuable coins have passed through your hands in the last decade? Hundreds? Thousands? The painful truth is that fortunes in coin collecting are often lost through ignorance. But they are gained through awareness. A high-grade 2015 Lincoln cent error, authenticated and graded at the top of the scale, especially if it features a dramatic die error combined with pristine condition, can command staggering numbers at auction. In elite transactions, valuations approaching $894,000 have been discussed when rarity, condition, and demand align perfectly. Why? Because wealthy collectors don't just buy coins. They buy stories. They buy scarcity. They buy bragging rights. And here's a question to reset your thinking. If a painting can sell for millions because of a tiny brushstroke anomaly, why can't a coin with a once-in-a-generation minting error command 6 or 7 figures? Exactly. The Abraham Lincoln portrait on the obverse of the 2015 penny represents stability and history. But on a rare error coin, that familiar image becomes the centerpiece of something extraordinary. Add sharp detail, full red luster, and a certified grading from a top-tier service, and suddenly you're not holding 1 cent, you're holding a financial asset. The rare coin market thrives on supply and demand. And demand for modern era coins has surged over the last decade. As traditional investments fluctuate, tangible assets like rare coins have attracted investors seeking diversification. Wealthy buyers understand something powerful. Modern rarities are often harder to find in top condition because people assume they're common. That assumption creates opportunity for you. Now we enter Act 3, the resolution and your move. Picture this. You're sorting through a jar of pennies on a quiet evening. Instead of scrolling your phone, you examine each coin carefully. You check the date. 2015. You look for the mint mark. You study the strike. Is anything off-center? Are letters doubled? Is the surface unusually sharp or mirror-like? You're not just looking at change anymore. You're auditing hidden assets. And here's the urgency. The market does not wait forever. As more people become aware of modern coin errors, undiscovered examples become harder to find. The window of ignorance closes. The window of profit narrows. Right now, there are still coins out there in circulation, in drawers, in inherited collections. But 5 years from now? 10? The easy discoveries will be gone. Let me ask you something bold. If you found a verified 2015 no mint mark error penny worth hundreds of thousands, how would that change your life? Would you pay off debt? Invest in property? Travel the country? Secure your retirement? One coin. One moment of awareness. One decision to look instead of ignore. And here's a little humor to keep us grounded. Next time someone says, "It's just a penny," you might smile and think, "That's what they all say before the auction hammer drops." The key is action. If you believe you've found something unusual, never clean the coin. Preserve its condition. Consult reputable grading authorities. Authenticate before you celebrate. The difference between an ordinary penny and an extraordinary one can come down to microscopic details invisible to the untrained eye. You are not chasing fantasy. You are participating in a marketplace driven by documented rarity and competitive demand. Stories of high-value modern era coins are not accidents. They are the result of knowledge meeting opportunity. And remember this, wealth often hides in plain sight. The 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny error represents more than metal. It represents possibility. It represents awareness. It represents the idea that extraordinary value can exist in ordinary places. So tonight, before you dismiss that handful of copper coins, take a closer look. Because somewhere in America, someone is about to discover that their 1-cent piece is worth $894,000. The only question is, will it be you? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, just a simple Lincoln penny, and realizing that this tiny piece of metal could change your life forever. Sounds unbelievable, right? But for collectors and savvy sellers in the United States, one coin from 2016 is rewriting the rules of rarity and fortune. The 2016 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that correctly, no mint mark. A coin that should have been ordinary, but in the world of rare errors, it has become the crown jewel of American numismatics. Right now, the market whispers its worth in hushed tones, a staggering $903,000. Pause for a moment, think about that. That's not a typo. That's almost $1 million hiding in your pocket, or maybe in your old coin jar. Now, here's the question that keeps collectors awake at night. Could you be holding the next gold mine without even knowing it? Most people pass these pennies off as everyday loose change, tossing them into jars or couch cushions. But what if one of those pennies sitting forgotten in your drawer today could make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams? That's the thrilling, nerve-tingling reality of the 2016 No Mint Mark penny. And before you dismiss this as a fairy tale, let me explain why this coin has everyone from collectors to investors scrambling. The 2016 penny with no mint mark is not just rare, it's a freak occurrence. It's a minting error so uncommon that only a handful are known to exist. Imagine walking into a coin shop, or worse, your own home, and discovering that a single penny in your collection, overlooked for years, suddenly has the power to reshape your financial future. The fear of missing out on such an opportunity is real. People are literally paying six-figure sums for a coin that most would dismiss as spare change. And here's the kicker. Every day that passes, the value is climbing as more people realize just how rare this error truly is. Let's pause for a second. Doesn't it feel almost like a treasure hunt in your own life? You might laugh, thinking, a penny? Really? But here's the pattern. Interrupt. Not all pennies are created equal. While a jar full of ordinary pennies is basically spare change, one misplaced 2016 no mint mark penny could land you on Forbes' radar. It's the difference between being an observer and being the one who cashes in on an extraordinary opportunity. The excitement, the adrenaline, the knowledge that what you thought was insignificant could be your golden ticket. That's the power this coin holds. And the urgency? Oh, it's real. Collectors and high-net-worth investors are scouring every flea market, eBay listing, and old coin collection in search of this rare gem. Waiting could literally cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. The truth is, in the world of rare coins, hesitation is expensive. Every day that coin isn't in the hands of a seller ready to capitalize is a day someone else might snatch it up. The stakes are high, the tension is palpable, and the rewards, unlike the coin itself, are tangible and life-changing. Now, let's bring it all together. Picture yourself holding that tiny, unassuming penny. One look at its perfectly smooth surface, absent of the mint mark that should have been there, and you realize you're in possession of a phenomenon that collectors dream about. The 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's proof that extraordinary fortune often hides in plain sight. And the market doesn't lie. $903,000 for a single coin is not speculation, it's reality. For anyone with a keen eye, a willingness to explore their collections, and the courage to act, this is the moment. Don't wait for someone else to find it. Don't dismiss that old coin jar as trivial clutter. Every second you delay could be a missed opportunity worth nearly $1 million. Whether it's the thrill of discovery, the excitement of turning forgotten pennies into fortune, or the ultimate sense of accomplishment when you realize your old collection holds an invaluable treasure, the 2016 no mint mark penny is calling. And the question isn't if, but when you will answer. So, take a closer look at your coins. Examine that forgotten collection. Because among the ordinary, the overlooked, and the everyday, your extraordinary chance may be waiting silently, in your hand. And one day, that tiny penny could tell a story of wealth, success, and discovery that you'll never forget. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, so small, most people overlook it, but this little coin could literally change your life. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary coin errors in modern American history, the 2021 D Mint Mark 1 cent Lincoln penny. You might think, it's just a penny. Right. Well, what if I told you that this very coin is currently valued at an astonishing $908,000? Yes, nearly $1 million for a coin that most Americans carry in their pocket without a second thought. If you own even one of these, it could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth, and missing out could haunt you forever. Now, you may be wondering, how could a penny, of all things, be worth so much? And why are collectors scrambling to get their hands on it before it disappears into private collections forever? Here's where the story gets fascinating, and yes, a little shocking. It all starts at the Denver Mint in 2021. A small batch of Lincoln pennies was struck with a subtle but crucial error on the D Mint mark. To the untrained eye, it looks like any other penny, but experts and seasoned collectors can instantly recognize it as a once-in-a-lifetime find. This isn't just rare, it's a modern legend in the coin world. And here's the kicker. Most of these pennies were already scattered into circulation before anyone realized their true value. That means thousands could still be hiding in drawers, wallets, or dusty coin jars in American homes right now. Could one of them be yours? Think about that for a second. Ordinary people, teachers, retirees, even college students, could stumble upon this coin in their loose change. The fear of missing out is real because this isn't something that comes around every day. The excitement, the adrenaline of discovery, the potential for life-changing wealth, it's enough to make your heart race. And yes, there's even a little humor in imagining someone unknowingly spending nearly $1 million coin at a vending machine. Would you like a soda with that, sir? But here's the truth, the market is hungry. Collectors are desperate, willing to pay extraordinary sums. Every auction, every private sale, is pushing the value higher. If you have even a faint glimmer of hope that one of these coins could be in your possession, time is not your friend. Every day that passes is a day the opportunity shrinks, and someone else secures the treasure that could have been yours. So, what should you do now? First, take a deep breath and look through every collection, every loose change jar, every forgotten corner where pennies hide. Learn to identify the D Mint mark carefully because this one tiny feature could hold nearly $1 million in potential. Imagine holding that coin, knowing that you're in possession of something so rare, so sought after, that serious collectors would give anything for it. That feeling, excitement mixed with power, is unmatched. And here's the ultimate truth. The 2021 D Mint Mark 1 cent Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a key to financial freedom, a symbol of luck, timing, and knowledge. You don't have to wait for another era, another minting mistake. Right now, in your hands, could be an opportunity that only comes once in a lifetime. The market is at a fever pitch, values are soaring, and the collector's demand is insatiable. The time to act is today, not tomorrow, not next week. Every second you hesitate, someone else could be walking away with the fortune that could have been yours. So, look closely, dig deeper, and pay attention to the details. That penny, once dismissed as trivial, could very well redefine your life. Because in the world of rare coins, it's not just about what's in your pocket, it's about seizing the moment before it slips away forever.